Good morning, guys. Welcome to another Diamond Legacy with your boy B May. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You've been locked in all year 2016. Like you're not just going in the gym in January and then stopping in February. That's the thing I like about you guys. You are locked into it. All right, so week one we talked about three-part series, guys. Week one we talked about taking the risk, stop allowing fear to control your life. Get out there, jump out there to the deep and see what God really got for you. Number two, we talked about the process, buying into the process, whatever it takes, whatever I got to do, long nights, hearing no, people turning their back on you, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Buying into the process because that's going to shape you, that's going to mold you, and it's going to become a part of your DNA. Number three of the three-part series, guys, this is the grand finale, 2016, starting it off right, skipping stages. Skipping stages, you got to understand that when you are great, guys, you do not have to go through tradition. Tradition say, all right, stage one, stage two, job one, job two, you know what I'm saying? Like going through the stages, class one, class two. You don't have to go through the stages. You get to skip the stages to get where you're trying to go, right? So I want to talk a little bit about the CC that's on my hat. I just came back, you know, your boy was off at Campbell University speaking to their baseball team at their baseball kickoff. Shout out to Coach Harrell for booking us, man. It was amazing. It was great. So after the event, you know, a guy walked up to me. He was like, Brandon, that was amazing, great, powerful, motivational speech. Thank you for just empowering, you know what I'm saying? Like some people can motivate, they can get you pumped up, but hey, B, you made us think today. Like, thank you. It's 400 people in the room. You made my donors think. You made my fans think. You made my alumni think. Thank you for making my baseball team think. He said, and for that, in August, we bringing you back because we want you to speak to the whole athletic department. We want you to speak to the football team on the side. So he said, we're bringing you back for 2 events at one time. All right, I need you to get this. And the reason why I'm saying this, because most time in the speaking industry, you go in, you go with the football, then you come back, you do the volleyball, then you come back, you do the soccer. But because I was great that night, because I mastered that night, I mastered those seconds of being there, I mastered those minutes of being there, because I was great that night, I skipped the stage. And your boy coming back, all right, I don't want to make it about me. Let me break it down for you. I don't want to make it about me. My sister was in school, in middle school, elementary. Like she took her academics crazily. Like she was crazy about it. She was serious about her academics, right? She's showing up in class early. She's staying late night hours, studying, whatever it takes to be successful in life when it comes to the classroom. Like she was serious about it. I remember the teacher coming up to my mom. She was like, all right, she got to skip. Right, she got to skip. Like she in the second grade at the moment. She got to skip. She needs to go to the 4th grade. The 3rd grade would do her injustice. Like she on the 4th grade level. And some of you guys right now, it's time for you to skip the stage. But B, how do we skip the stage? I'm gonna give you 3 principles, guys. How do I position myself? Because it's about being in a position to skip the stage, right? It's about being in position to skip the stage. Like you're not just skipping stages being average. Like you at the same job, you making the same pay. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you do. That's what you do because your approach every single day is an average approach. Guys, in order for you to skip the stage, you have to be great, and you cannot win the year in a year, right? Like you cannot win the year in the day, right? So you got to focus on mastering every single second of the day to win the whole year, to win the week. Guys, break it down. Do not try to win the whole year in that one day. Break it down 1 second after another, 1 second after another. Every single day I focus on the second and I master the 24 hours. So B, how do we position ourselves to skip the stages? I got you. Number one, you got to check your grind, right? You got to spend less time talking about the position that you're in right now. Man, I'm at this job. Oh my God, I don't want to be here today. My boss is getting on my nerve. My coach is getting on my nerve. He's not giving me an opportunity. You too focused on the problem, right? Like you too focused on the problem. So spend less time focusing on the problem and spend more time grinding. Spend more time putting in hours. I spend more time sending emails. I spend more time reaching out to people. I spend more time doing these videos, right? Because I want to be great. And I understand the only way that I get to the next stage, right? Like I don't want to go through tradition. I may not have that long, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't know when our last day on earth is, because I can't guarantee. That's enough motivation. Not knowing when my last day on earth is, that's enough motivation for me to go out every single day. That's enough motivation for me to grind every single day, right? So I'm hunting. I'm like that lion. I'm going after what I want. So you got to work for it if you want. Number two is about environment. You got to get out of places where you are the smartest person in the room, because you wonder why you're not going to the next level, but people are sucking on you like a leech, right? So I got into environments where I am forced to stretch, right? In order to get to the next level, like in order to skip a stage, you got to be in environments that forces you to stretch. Because what happened is, I remember back in the day, me and my mom was going to the stores early in the morning time. She lifted up the hood because the car wouldn't start, right? So she went outside, she looked at the battery, and what happened? I saw something that literally blew my mind. I never saw this before. It was black stuff all over the battery cables, right? So she was trying to crank it up, but the corrosion, yup, you right. And some of the people you hanging around right now, they're forcing you to stay at that stage, and they like corrosion to you. So you cranky, like you trying to get your dreams started. You trying to get your life started, like you trying to skip the stage, but you got the wrong people in you, and they sucking on you like leeches, and you trying to crank that thing, and the corrosion is all around the battery, right? So in order for you to get to the next level, you're gonna have to guard your environment, and the people that you're around, they're going to celebrate you and not tolerate you, right? They're going to build you up and not tear you down. And that's how you're going to get to the next stage, is by guarding your environment. Environment is key, right? Environment is key. Everybody around you, your power circle, the people that you involve yourself with, they are key to your success. The last and final principle for this week, guys, we're talking about skipping the stage. Then there must be some separation somewhere. If it's separation, then there's got to be no wasted motion. So how do I stop myself from having to go through certain steps that somebody that came before you, right? Like you're looking at other people's life, other people blowing up, right? There's certain steps they had to go through that you shouldn't have to go through if you're in the right position, if you're eating up the right information, if you're studying the game, if you're studying those that went before you, the pioneers. It's certain places like Les Brown and Bob Proctor and E.T., those guys. It's certain places that I shouldn't have to go because I'm soaking up the information, right? So it's better to be prepared without an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. The worst thing that a person can do, the worst thing an entrepreneur can do, is that you look at your current circumstances and you look at the moment and you say this is the period, like this is the end, right? And in order for you guys to get to the next level, like you got to be like the Muhammad Ali's, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Michael Jordans, the Warren Buffett, the greats, the Bill Gates, the Serena Williams, those guys, right? They spend their time soaking up information so their next move is their best move. So you have exactly what it takes. Don't let nobody tell you you don't. You got exactly what it takes. Like you got the team already. Like you got all the things in place, right? Like I'm not looking at, all right, I don't have this person, I don't have that person. I'm just grinding. I'm just going forth, right? And understanding that if I'm great every single day and I'm killing it every single day and I'm just mastering my 24 hours, then I'm going to attract the people that I need to attract. So don't spend your time looking at your situations or on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and comparing yourself, guys. You spend your time studying and reading it and perfecting your craft, because if you want to go to the next level, I can guarantee you guys, I'm a living witness, right? I went into Campbell University. I did not just go there just to blow up for that event, right? I went there, my mind said, I'm going to blaze this event. I studied my notes. I studied my PowerPoint. Like I was pointing to the information inside me. I was pointing information and putting it in me before I even got there. So when I went there, I blazed the moment, and it led to me skipping the stage, right? It led to me going to the next level, and I had to come back and speak to the soccer team, speak to the volleyball team. No, we got the whole athletic department. So guys, you got what it takes. All right, understand that. You got what it takes. It's time for you to just go and do it. So it's Brandon May once again, man. I'm pumped up. I'm geeked up. I'm about to go and make it happen. I'm like that lion out there. It's time to hunt. Diamond Legacy, Brandon May. See you next week. Let's get it.
Stay connected with us today by opting into our mobile mailing list. Text all in, that's one word, to 58885 for weekly motivation straight to your mobile device. Thanks for viewing, and don't forget to share.